Jesus was disembarking in the land of the Gerasenes, Mark 5:1, and right upon disembarking, he was interrupted by a severely demon-possessed man. As soon as he got out of the boat, a man with an impure spirit came from the tombs to meet him. Mark 5:2. The actions of these demons were so terrifying in this man's life that he lived in a cemetery, among the tombs, like a walking dead person, and no one could restrain him, such was his strength. He even harmed himself with stones. Night and day among the tombs and in the hills, he would cry out and cut himself with stones. Mark 5:5. Certainly, the people in this region were very afraid of this man. In fact, here Mark focuses on only one of them, perhaps the most violent or the most well-known at that time, but in Matthew 8:28, we learn that there are two demon-possessed men. But in the presence of Jesus, that man ran to meet the Master, fell down and worshipped him because Jesus was there to completely set him free. But in the face of Jesus' action, the demons have an interesting conversation with him. He shouted at the top of his voice, "What do you want with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? In God's name don't torture me." Mark 5:7. Jesus asks the name of the demon, which surprisingly says they are a legion, Mark 5:9. Legion here seems to relate to a Roman legion of about 6,000 men. They were a multitude destroying that man's life. Now we will begin to understand the object of our analysis. The demons make a request to Jesus, and he begged Jesus again and again not to send them out of the area. Mark 5:10. Jude in his letter shows a similar reality to this. And the angels who did not keep their positions of authority but abandoned their proper dwelling, these he has kept in darkness, bound with everlasting chains for judgment on the great day. Jude 1:6. But what is surprising is that Jesus accepted the request made by the demons. He gave them permission. Then the impure spirits came out and went into the pigs. The herd, about 2,000 in number, rushed down the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. Mark 5:13. The death of the pigs ended up causing great anger in the herdsmen and the locals who learned of the incident, and they asked Jesus to leave their city, certainly afraid of losing something they had, and they began to beg Jesus to leave their region. Mark 5:17. But why did Jesus allow the demons to go into the pigs? Some possibilities have been raised to try to explain Jesus' permission for a request made by demons. 1. Jesus did not cause the death of the pigs, it was the demons. Jesus only allowed the demons to go to the pigs, so he had no responsibility for what happened there. If Jesus were not there, the demons would continue their destruction of people's lives. If this interpretation is correct, then Jesus wanted to show everyone how a life without God, a life on the devil's path, is extremely destructive and destroys everything around. 2. Did people need to see that the man was demon-possessed and that the demons came out of him and were real? The action of the demons in the pigs seems to have clearly shown everyone the power of evil in the lives of people and things. But also, at the same time, how evil submits to the power of the Messiah. If this was Jesus' intention, then he wanted to bring a visible sign of what he had just done there in the power of the demons' action in both men and animals and things. But also, at the same time, of his sovereign power over all this. However, it seems that the people there saw more the financial loss than an action of God for their blessing, which made them invite Jesus to leave.